There's a quiet nudge at the edge of your heart, a feeling that something gentle and unexpected is moving toward you. If you found this message, consider it an invitation to breathe, to listen, and to open to a love that might not look the way you imagined. This isn't a pep talk. It's a gentle wake-up call for the soul. For a long time, you may have believed love follows a predictable map, similar age, similar history, similar timing. But there is another kind of map, one drawn by meaning, by season, and by spirit. Today, we explore what it means to be guided toward a partnership with someone younger, and why that could be one of the most generous things life has in store for you. Let's begin by clearing the noise. Society has rules. It repeats about what should look right, how partners match, how timing ought to behave, what people will say. But what if the universe has a different measure? Not years or public opinion, but resonance and purpose. What if this pairing is less about comparison and more about complement? Picture two rhythms, one steady and layered with experience, the other vibrant and spontaneous. When those rhythms sync, something shifts. The person with more years brings depth, perspective, and a steadiness forged by trials. The younger partner often brings brightness, curiosity, and a refreshing willingness to play again. Together, they create balance. Neither is rescuing the other. Neither needs to complete the other. Instead, they meet as two whole people who amplify each other's best parts. You might feel uneasy at the thought. Maybe you've dismissed the idea before, or worried about what others might say. That discomfort is natural. But notice this. The stir inside you feels different from fear. It's more like recognition. There's a subtle peace that rises when something or someone right for you approaches. It doesn't scream. It whispers a deep yes. Imagine waking up and finding laughter in the small things again. Imagine the relief of being with someone who listens to you, who asks the questions no one else knew to ask. Imagine someone who loves your softness without expecting you to hide it, who admires your strengths without feeling threatened. This is not a fantasy of perfection. It's a real possibility of tenderness and steady growth. One essential idea to hold here. This is not about age as a measure of worth. Age is a number. What matters is heart posture, integrity, curiosity, humility, and the willingness to learn and commit. A younger partner can have an ancient soul. An older one can carry a beginner's mind. The true alignment happens when both people seek growth and faithful transparency. Now, let's address something practical and important: boundaries and respect. A meaningful relationship, regardless of age, must be built on consent, mutual regard, and emotional maturity. If anyone attempts to rush, manipulate, or diminish, that is not a sign of destiny. That is a relationship to leave. True alignment will feel respectful. You'll feel seen, not parceled. You'll feel valued, not evaluated. There's also the element of calling, the deeper purpose that relationships often serve. Sometimes love arrives not as entertainment but as a partnership that pushes you into your next season. Perhaps you've carried wisdom through hard seasons. Maybe your past formed a strength that can open doors for someone who's still learning. That doesn't mean taking on responsibility for their whole life. It means being willing to stand beside someone while they grow, and allowing them to stand beside you in return. If this resonates, pause for a second. Hit like to anchor this feeling. A quick, mindful affirmation that you want to remember what you just felt. Then leave one sentence in the comments about a small hope you have for love. Not to impress anyone, but to make your longing whole and visible. That tiny act helps you name what you want and keeps your heart engaged. Back to the heart of this. The signs you'll notice when something sacred is aligning. First, subtle calm. Around them, your nervousness untangles. Not because everything is suddenly easy, but because their presence quiets the worst of your self-doubt. Second, curiosity. They ask questions that draw out the real you. They listen without interruption. Their interest feels like an invitation, not an interrogation. Third, consistency. Their efforts are steady. It's not dramatic highs and cold withdrawals. It's a steady approach, small actions adding up over time. Fourth, shared joy. You find delight in ordinary moments again. Cooking, walking, or sharing playlists. Simple pleasures return, and that's important. Joy is a language of soul wellness. Fifth, aligned values. You discover compatibility in how you think about trust, kindness, and the way you want to show up in the world. That alignment is one of the strongest predictors of long-term thriving. If you're hearing this and wondering how to prepare, here are a few heartfelt actions you can take. Keep doing the inner work that brought you here. Practice saying no to what drains you. Say yes to things that restore you. Continue learning to enjoy your own company. When you are comfortable being with yourself, others can meet you without needing to fill a void. Also, practice simple clarity. Know what you will not compromise on and communicate that calmly. Clarity attracts people who respect boundaries. Vulnerability invites the kind of intimacy that leads to deeper trust. Let's also dismantle a few myths. Myth 1. A younger partner will want to change you or minimize your experiences. Reality. The right person will honor where you've been. Myth 2. This kind of relationship will be fragile because of imbalance. Reality. Relationships thrive or wither based on honesty, not numbers. Myth 3. People will always judge. Reality. You can't control outside voices, but you can protect your peace by centering the voices that matter, yours and the person beside you. There will be skeptics. Friends, family, and strangers might have opinions. Do not mistake a loud outside voice for inner truth. Let your life be guided by what stabilizes your spirit and increases your capacity to love fully. As things begin to shift, allow yourself to receive. Receiving is not passive. It's an active practice of trust and courage. It means letting gratitude replace suspicion, curiosity replace cynicism, and presence replace protection. Receiving doesn't negate the wisdom you've earned. It honors it by choosing wisely. As this connection deepens, you may notice it moves beyond personal comfort into legacy, healing patterns, offering new perspective to younger generations, or opening doors you couldn't open before. Partnerships have exponential effects. What two people build together can ripple outward, changing family narratives and creating new possibilities. Before we close, let's talk about a gentle, essential truth: timing and timing only. Often we think love is late or early. What if it is perfectly timed? What if arrival is neither accident nor mistake, but a kind of rightness that folds into your life when both hearts are prepared to receive each other? If you are wondering whether to step towards this or step away, use one litmus test. Does this relationship call you to greater honesty, generosity, and clarity, both with yourself and your partner? If the answer is yes, that's a strong sign to explore. If you want more reflections like this, gentle reminders that make your inner compass stronger, subscribe and turn this channel into one of your steady practices. Share this with a friend who's opening to something new. Sharing is a way to give someone else permission to hope. When you subscribe and share, you aren't doing anyone a favor. You're investing in your own continued growth and helping another heart find courage. In closing, you are not a list of past choices or other people's opinions. You are a living, breathing invitation to love that is brave, honest, and tender. If a younger person feels like the next right chapter, know this: it does not take away from your story. It writes a new line in gold. Breathe in that possibility. Let it steady you. Let it soften your defenses without making you naive. Be open to joy and careful about harm. And remember, true alignment respects both hearts and moves in ways that honor your dignity. Go forward lightly, but with guards up where needed. Receive the good. Protect your peace. And keep making space for a love that celebrates who you are and who you are becoming. You are seen. You are worthy. You are ready to be met. Take one small step today. Write a single line to yourself about what you hope to feel in love. Keep it private or share it with someone safe, but do it. This tiny promise can change how you show up for what's coming.